contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello! How's everyone doing? It's Saturday night. I feel all right. I know somebody's going to say it. I'm just going to say it. Yes, we're doing electrical again. Yes, we're doing wiring again. But hopefully this is the last time for a while. V2.26, this V2, is up and functional. It moves, it homes, it prints, if I wanted it to. I need some cable management. It's kind of ugly under the hood. I got a little bit of extra wire, and you're not going to be printing ABS with this amount of enclosure. So, I'm going to put that off. That I'm going to do on my own time. Got the Toasty Boy back. I know we've been putting it off for a while. Waiting on some panels to come in. Panels to come in. I've got panels. I've got panels. MN laser cutting. Nemgria on the Voron Discord. He hooked me up with the ones that I was missing. No fault of Sparta 3D, but he had them already and he shipped them to me. So now we got panels. I got wires. I've got a whole bunch of electrical stuff. We are going to get to wiring. Before that, though, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor. These people, thanks. Awesome people. You want to print some stuff, go to their website. I got a link in the description below. You can print all kinds of awesome things, like the Skull of Gul'dan. This was actually one of the test prints I did on my Anycubic, which is back here. I did a video on it. Not a lot of people watched it. I kind of figured that, but I did one anyways. But yeah, resin printing. I know we had the hiccups last week with it, but I mean, come on. This is the second print. I did the little test print, the little chicken guy. That guy finished. And then I went and printed this. Yeah, resin printing is awesome, except for everything other than the final prints. The result is awesome. Everything leading up to the result sucks. So, yeah. So if you want to print something, you should check out our sponsor, thangs.com. Click the link in the description, go there, create an account, download some things, share some things, all on Thangs. What are you licensed to carry? I am licensed to carry small arms. It's a T-Rex. I've had this shirt for like years. It was a birthday gift. Hopefully no sparks. I'm hoping no sparks. I don't think we're going to be pushing power to it yet. If all goes well, we should have the wiring done, and then next week will be Klipper. Because I'm doing a little bit different than the original plan. I'm going with an SKR2. And I mixed up my... There we go. We're not going with the SKR Pro anymore, at least for now, because the tool that I'm running doesn't have a PT100 in it. So I figured I have this SKR2 I need to test. A lot of people are going to be getting them in the future. So I'm going to use the SKR2 that I got from Big Tree Tech. So shout out to them for providing this. And we're going to put that in here. And there's no config, so we're going to be making a config. Hello from the Netherlands. Hello from Canada. That's why you cable manage as you go. Well, Justin, the cable management on this guy, I don't cable manage fully until I'm done, especially under the hood, because when you're wiring up for a printer for the first time, odds are you're going to have something you're going to have to fiddle with. And if everything's all wrapped up and nice and zip tied up, you're going to be undoing it. So usually I do a quick rough under the hood wiring, make sure everything's functional, and then I go back and label everything and properly hook it up. Incorporated the muscular mushroom men. Yes, I did. Should use the new Physec spider board made for Klipper and Voron. Justin, this has a spider in it. There's a spider in this guy. So V2.26 has the spider. This only needs 5 steppers. So a spider is kind of overkill on a V1.8. So SKR 2.0. No. So if you guys remembered when I got my SKR2s, I threw them. This is the fixed one. It's got the new MOSFET. This is the corrected version. So if you don't know, let me grab one because this is going to be a little zoom in. So here is some tech tips for you. Some hero tech tips, you know, Shop LTT store. Anyways, so 2 SKRs here. Easiest way to quickly check if you have the one that has the issue, look on the back. The ones that are corrected have this like holographic sticker that says QC Pass 01. This one doesn't. Also, look at this MOSFET right here, this square right above the big thing that says 330. It should say like HY1904 or something. If you have that, you have the corrected one. If yours says something different and you don't have that holographic sticker, you got to do the fix to get it to work right. So I have the corrected one. David's here. Hi, everyone. Hi, David. Everyone say hi, David. Do this now. So, carrying on. What else are we going to put in this? Camera zoom. I'm going to get my green mat. So, electronics we're going to be installing. We've got our SKR. 2209s, because in this day and age, odds are you're going to go with 2209. We've got our Omron SSR solid state relay. We've got a, now this is not spec. I'm using this because I want to try it out. It's a UHB 224. So just to compare, this is a 200 watt, 24 volt power supply. And just so you can get a reference, this is the standard 200 watt, the LRS 200. So this is a 12 volt, but the size is the same. So this is a stock power supply. This is a UHB. It's much smaller. Now, granted, this is like twice the price of this. So I'm just trying it out because I wanted to try it. I bought this before I actually bought anything else for this printer because originally I was going to make a smaller one. So there's that. Don't forget the music. Yes, music. Okay, so we got that. We got that. We are going to do wiring the fun way and do it all by hand. So I've got a bunch of PTFE wire here. We're going to be doing that. We got our DIN rails. We got a bunch of drag chains. A bunch of printed mounts. Yeah. So what I'm thinking, because I got the panels now, we're going to install the stuff in the back or in the bottom. And then we'll start running wires to the tool head. So I got the music going. Yeah, let's see here. So we're just gonna crimp wires, do some Q&A, and build a printer. Have you heard the SKR has 2 problems with the TMC 2209? So I know they popped 2209s, but I'm pretty sure that issue is fixed, or it better be. I got the fixed version. So UHB needs to be properly cooled. I know people running these in stock V2s with no issues, and it's going to pull more power in a V2 than this. Because in here, remember, it's only powering 5 motors in the hot end. So really, 200 watts is actually overkill for one of these machines. Because you're not powering a bed. Remember that. That is China PTFE off AliExpress. I can't remember if the link's been added to the sourcing guide yet. Yeah, but this is China PTFE. So it feels good. We'll find out. And instead of going all black, I bought like 20 meters of black and then 20 meters of red. So at least it matches the colors. Plus it'll be easier to not accidentally wire up ground and hot. And then also, I totally didn't borrow this from work, but if you don't have a fancy ability to label your wires, like you don't have a label maker, You can buy these little pads that have stickers on it and numbers. And you could just peel off the sticker and stick it on, like wrap it around the wires, and then just keep a notepad and write down, okay, wire bundle 2 is your hot end fan. So I'm probably going to use that. No carpal tunnel. Nope, I've wired up many Vorons so far and no carpal tunnel. So, new panels. Right camera? Yep. So how's everyone doing? Good week? For those in the Commonwealth, happy Victoria Day weekend. Or as the Canadians like to say, May 2-4. So it is a holiday weekend up here for us. Down here for us. Up here for us, yes. Yep. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait. It would help if I took the temporary stops out. And then also, I'm going to put this out here at the beginning of the stream because everyone's still awake and it's not 11 p.m. yet or like 2 a.m. for the Euro Bros. And people are like 2 beers in already. I am trying to source an original Ultimaker. Like an Ultimaker original, the wood one, okay? If that is not possible, I'm going to see if I can get just the Ultimaker Original Plus, which they still make, but it's special order apparently. But I am trying to get my hands on an OG old school Ultimaker. So if anyone happens to know anyone who happens to have one, preferably kicking around, or preferably still in the box. I would love to actually build one on stream, just to kind of do a comparison between, you know, modern printers and what was, you know, top of the line just even 10 years ago. I would really appreciate that. I know it's a bit of a long shot because it's an original Ultimaker, but if anyone happens to have one, just kind of collecting dust, or know somebody, I am willing to pay. Let me know. When calculating power supply wattage, what are you using to max amp? I'm using what the specs call that the guys who are on the team who are electrical engineers said this is how big we need and we went with. I am not an EE. I just follow the guides, and 200 watt spec is 200 watt spec in my opinion. So. What is the best place to get linear rails? On Alley, I use CNA. I don't go with the fancy the high winds off Alley because they're not really okay. If you're buying high winds off AliExpress, what they do is they buy the carriages aren't that expensive, and then they just buy really long rails, and then they cut the rails into shorter parts, and then they just throw high wind carriages on it, so they're not properly matched. So yes, it kind of works, but it's not, you know, really high wind. That's if they're even legit high wind. So, yeah. Hey, we can finally mount stuff properly in here. So that's gonna go there. And then that is gonna go there. So all the power supplies are underneath the hood. I need M510s. Where are my screws? Where are my screws? And yes, we use DIN rails here in Voron land. I know there's that Hackaday article that came out a little while ago, and everyone's like, oh my god, look how awesome DIN rails are. And the Voron guys are like, yeah, we've been using them for the past year. DIN rails are awesome. M3. Am I running out of M5s already? I am running out of M5s already. Or did I lose the bag? I might have lost the bag. Oh well. And then what else? What else have I got going on? I'm doing a video either tomorrow or it'll be released Tuesday. But if anyone is looking at getting a Galileo, if anyone's looking at getting a Galileo extruder, wait till Tuesday if you live in the US. I'm just gonna say that. So, hint, hint, wait till Tuesday if you're looking to get a Galileo extruder. I should flip this up, but can't really get it on camera if I flip it up. The robot dig rails on my 2.2 did not hold up well. Yeah, I've heard hit and miss things. I've heard their stainless rails, I think they are okay. And it's the black ones that are bad, the ones that are like anodized or whatever. Or it's the opposite. I can't remember. I've never actually used the robot dig rails, so I can't really comment on that, unfortunately. Can't. Yeah. But yes, I'm going to be, actually, tomorrow my plan is to wrap up 26 and then print the parts so I can mount this guy and Tallboy and do a video on it. Does anyone have experience with both Rat Rig and Voron? I don't know of anyone, Garrett. I know who's building one right now, Teaching Tech. So I've had a lot of people DM me about it, but I have zero experience with it, so I won't comment on a printer I don't have, especially like a kit style printer like that. Okay, it can't be M. 510 or 12. Unless I printed the wrong ones. Oh well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Nope, 16. You know what? I think I used the wrong ones. I think I printed the, yeah, I printed different ones. Oh well, it'll work. Is Coroplast, if you're enclosing your printer, Coroplast works just fine for that. Like, the panels on your printer, unless you plan on insulating your printer, should not be getting anywhere close to their glass transition temperature. So, if you want it, like, Tallboy, this guy back here, yeah, he's just covered in Coroplast. That's all I have for enclosing him. I didn't go fancy at all with him, because it's a non-standard size, and panels got quite pricey if I wanted to do the whole acrylic thing. So I cheaped out, and I hit up Michael's, and I paid like $3 a sheet for Coroplast, and good enough. Now, granted, I don't get the same temperatures as they do. They don't have it like fully sealed up, but it's good enough. Need to be able to see. Not like DIN steel rails are hard. Yeah, DINs you can cut by hand. Just get a hacksaw. Although, fun fact, like 2 minutes before stream was starting, I was out in my garage with a file, because these rails I just got off AliExpress. You know I have these at work. I could have grabbed these at work for free, but I grabbed them off AliExpress because I wanted to get the sourcing guide ones. and they're fine. But this one here, which fits between these rails, or these extrusions, was legit about 0.5 millimeter too long. So I had to go out in the garage, put in the vise, and file away about 0.5 mil so that I could fit it here properly. Okay. So that was fun. Okay, so we got the bottom in. So on the bottom, we're gonna have our power supply, supplies, the Raspberry Pi and your main one, and then you're gonna have your solid state relay. Oh. Derek, thank you for becoming a member. Is it the profile difference between aluminum DIN rails and steel? You could check, like, usually there's like a spec sheet and you can see the drawings, so. So we need to mount some stuff now. Let's see here. If you're curious, there is the whole manual here that shows how to mount all the electronics. So, M46. Hopefully there's some M4s in here. I don't think I have M4s on here. M46? Yep. Michael's is just a craft store. You can buy Coroplast at pretty much any craft store. You don't have to go to Michael's. It's just, Michael's is something we have here. Like, you can go to any hardware store and most, like, most signs, like most, like, you know, signs you would see on a front lawn during, like, politics and whatnot. Those are all usually Coroplast. It's corrugated plastic. Okay, so your solid state relay mount is metal, and that acts like your heat sink. So now I've mounted SSRs to plastic mounts, and I've had zero issues with it. With the amps we're pushing through them, you really shouldn't have to worry about heat too much. But they are meant to be mounted to a heatsink, so that's the load. So yeah, these ones are steel. Yeah, these are steel ones. So and then this little clip. Now you can print a bracket, but you can buy the brackets for these that are metal, so it latches on. And boom, done. It's on. Now that guy there, I'm gonna have to actually be kind of tight with fitting all this because, yeah. Shift that down to there. We'll make it work though. Do you need the heatsink? For an SSR is spec to have a heatsink. Oh. Help if I actually screwed one into the peanut. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna mount that one there. We got that guy. That goes like that. Then, if I'm not mistaken, that goes there. Yeah. And M38. Is there a jig for the rails the bed is mounted on for the 2.4? A jig for the rails the bed isn't mounted on rails on a 2.4. Oh, for spacing. Just, you don't need a jig. These mounts right here are on the Voron GitHub. So these ones are designed specifically for these, and they're on the Voron GitHub. So when you download your STLs, these will be in there. And we called for M38, but I don't like M38. I'm going to M310. I want a little bit more. Diego, 831. Greetings from Dulty. Cheers. There we go. Yeah, for the on a V2, your rails under the bed, they don't really matter. They don't need to be in a super precise location because the bed doesn't move or anything, right? So it's just in reference to everything. Go. That mount. Yeah, these ones screw into plastic. I honestly can't remember where I downloaded these mounts from. These ones, I think somebody just made on the GitHub and posted, or on the Discord and posted, and I just downloaded them. What gauge wire? It's covered in the sourcing, in the bill of materials, but you're gonna need 20 gauge and 24 gauge, and then I also use 16 gauge for my mains, but that's just me. Yeah, unlike some other printers, you don't have to go hunting down STLs on like Thingiverse or Thangs or any other file sharing site. It's all on the GitHub. Can I build a Voron 2.4 with... Yeah, Voron 2.4 is designed with 2020 extrusions in mind. If you wanted to go to 3030s, you would pretty much have to redesign the entire printer, unfortunately. In terms of spacing for everything, it's all based around 2020. So if you want to go to a different spec, you would have to pretty much redesign the whole printer. Okay, so yeah, why I like DIN. Well, it would help. Let me screw that in so it doesn't move. That. Okay, so this is why I like DIN rails. You just kind of clip it on, pull it, and it should snap. There you go. So main power supply is installed. Raspberry Pi power supply is installed. And SSR is installed. Done. That's it. You can shift them around a little bit if you need to. But yeah, that's it. And then if you need to take it off, it is kind of a pain, but you can just kind of, there you go. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try and focus the high voltage into the middle here. So the main plug will be here. Main high voltage will go boom there, and then low voltage out, and then high voltage can also feed to there because I put the the load. Yeah. There we go. Easy peasy. All the Germans are making happy German noises. Ah, that is good. That is efficient. Yeah. Perfect Nugen. Bratwurst. Done. Good stream, guys. See you next week. Yep. Don't forget to like that smash button. And the bell. Something with the bell. Start a keyboard build. Keyboards I've never really looked into. Like, to be honest, you know, I build Vorons. I'm not opposed to building other printers. It's just, you know, my channel is kind of Voron centric, and I'm on the Voron development team. So I am slightly biased to Vorons, but I got nothing against the other ones. Honestly, like, I really like the Railcore. And I really like what the Project R3D did with the data list, which is a commercialized Railcore essentially. So those I really like. Like, those I like. So yeah. But in terms of building printers, I'm pretty much going to focus on Vorons because the Voron team. So yeah. So now we got to put the back panels in. Let me see if I can move this so I can actually get this in frame so you guys can see what's going on. Oh, hey, you can see yourself. Wave to the camera. Everyone wave to the camera. Set that. Okay. Ooh, I heard the jingle. Misadventures in melting plastic. Doc's here. Everyone say hi, Doc. Look at you with the fancy UHP. I got the UHP because you told me to get the UHP. You're like, I love the UHP. So I'm like, I want to try it out. So, it's totally not your fault, but it's your fault. I like the UHP. I like the stock. Installing T-Net, so much fun. Victor, that might lead to some not happy things. Don't poke the bear. There we go. What's that? That. There, put some on this side. So what I really like about the UHP, and this is, you know, if I go to build a V0, or correction, I have a V0. I do want to build a legacy one day, but if I build a legacy, it would be a really small one. If I do build one, I've said it before, I would do one full 24 volt with a Prusa mini bed. So 180 millimeter 24 volt DC bed. That way you could power the whole thing off of a single 20 or 200 watt power supply. Because the Prusa Mini, the only like actual hardware difference at that point in terms of electronics would be the Prusa Mini has 4 motors when the Legacy has 5. So it's not that big of a difference. And the Legacy, or the Prusa Mini, only has like a 160 watt power supply. So if I do build a Legacy, it would be a small one, and it would be using a UHP 200 under the hood. Have you played with KlipperScreen? I have not. I don't have any screens that are capable of running KlipperScreen. That's why. I would like to try it out one day, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Personally, I run all my printers headless. I don't run my printers with control. Like, I don't use my touchscreens on my printers pretty much at all. The only time I do is if I'm swapping out filament. So I'll heat up the hot end with the screen and whatnot. But my computer is right here with the Wi-Fi, and my printer is right here, which is connected over the Wi-Fi. So yeah. See, you can watch the remnants of the top of my head while I line up screws. I'm doing this backwards, the other way around. I think PC power supplies are going 24 volt. I've seen that Intel style power supply on, like, I think Linus did a video on it. I've seen it, but that, I don't know. Just get like a UHP or an LRS style power supply. It's a better form factor for a 3D printer, honestly. Like, I see people use the big chonky, you know, do I have one? It's in a box. But I still see people using like PC power supplies to run their 3D printers, and you can't really, they just sit beside it. It looks ugly as heck. Come on, guys. Aesthetics. So I need, I think 16 mil. Yeah, 16 mil. That screw's gone for good. 1216 or M316. Not at work. Printers don't use M12. Yeah, that's why 12 volt was like, that's why printers used 12 volt for so long, was power supplies. But nowadays, with efficiencies and whatnot, there's no point going 12 volt. There. I should have drilled these out. They also can't handle 36. Yeah, you can go like, some steppers are good up to 48 volts. Like I know Josh Murray, because he's doing those the speed benchy stuff, and he's pushing it. He's running 48 volts on his. I think he's running 5160s at 48 volts, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's in. If he's in chat, he'll correct me if I'm wrong. There we go. Yeah, because what you have to do, you pretty much have to at that point, if you look at your step stick, you have a V1.8 in and a ground, right? It's like the top, like upper two pins or whatever. So what you do is you essentially cut those pins, or flip the pins so that the pins are facing up instead of facing down. So instead of drawing power from your controller board, which is 24 volts, you feed in 48 volts. I'm pretty sure that's the process of doing it. Now, some controller boards support higher voltages. For those that know about the Taco Raven, it supports, I think, 48. So you could put, actually, I don't know if we did 48 or 36. I can't remember. But you do have the ability to have a separate motor voltage in on some controller boards. The problem is on some of the controllers, like the SKR2, for example. Let me grab it. Where did I put it? Okay, yeah, good example here. So you have your SKR2 here, okay, and you have motor power. So you could feed in separate voltage to your motors. The problem is the caps are still only 35 volts. So the most you could feed in is like 32 volts. So if those caps had been 50 volt caps or something, then yeah, you could feed in 48 volts to your motor. But they didn't design it like that. They kept the original caps. So you could do 32 volts if you had a 32 volt power supply kicking around. So at first I was like, yeah, I was actually going to put a higher voltage power supply in here, get a 100 watt 24 volt for the other stuff, and then get another 100 watt like 36 or 48 volt. But then I got the board and looked at the caps, and it's like, it's only 35. So yeah, oh well, it is what it is. Did I misplace one of these? Don't 2209s. Yeah, and that's another thing. Some drivers, like the drivers themselves, have max voltages too that you gotta take into account. Which, for most of them, I think is 32 or 36. I can't remember off the top of my head. But if I was gonna feed in higher voltage, I would have gone to like 5160 or something, right? Just so you guys can see what I'm working on. I'm trying to screw in all this stuff. .28 volts. There you go. There we go. Okay. Right about there. That'll work. One bin. I've been rewatching the switch wire assembly videos. At least the one switching to the blue frame, and I had a question for something. Okay, if you got a question, ask it. Yeah, if you guys ever have questions, like people, like I don't always have the time to answer every DM I receive. But I do try to answer as many as I can. Unfortunately, if you like message me and I'm at work and I see that you messaged me, by the time I'm free, I usually forget. But if you have a question, don't just DM me and just say, hey. Or, hey, I have a question. Or, sup. Just send the question. I'm more likely to respond if there's like an actual subject instead of, hey. Because unfortunately I get a lot of spam now too. So if the message just says, hey, I'm probably gonna ignore it. No offense. Greedy Fellow, thank you for becoming a member. Nah, what's up, Doc? Is this a 12 mil? Is that why it's not close to it? No, that's a 16. Got a defective T-nut. Okay. What are your thoughts on the Big Tree Tech Octopus? I have one on the way, and once it shows up and I get it installed, I will give it a test. Right now, I have a spider installed in V2.26. It's up and running. It makes the burr noises. So we are functional there. What else? Oh, that's what I forgot. I forgot to buy a Raspberry Pi. I need to get a Raspberry Pi. I will be getting a Raspberry Pi in the future. At the moment, I do not have a Raspberry Pi. I'm going to order one this week, probably right after stream. I meant to earlier. I forgot. I got the mount for it though, somewhere. So yes, I have an Octopus on the way, and when I get it, I will test it. However, I can't do review videos on controllers. In my opinion, doing review videos on controllers is absolutely pointless nowadays. At least on like performance of the controller. Like an overview is fine. Like, hey, this is what the board has. Like, you know, my spider unboxing video there. That makes sense. Hey, I've been running this board for a while. I haven't had any issues. Or, hey, you know, the board sucks. It keeps breaking. Those are valid. But running a controller board and going, hey, look at these prints, in my opinion, is a complete waste and bullshit. Because, especially if you run Klipper, which I run Klipper, your controller board pretty much doesn't matter in terms of the what's on it. The Octopus is going to go in Tallboy, most likely. So I'm going to retire the Taco, simply for the fact that it's got 2130s on it and it's current year. I got the 446 Spider, which I don't plan on running RepRap firmware on it, so yeah, that's a non-issue. You install LED lights inside or outside the enclosure? I have a light above it on the ceiling. So that's... Nope. Ooh, wrong way. I just have lights on the ceiling above my printers. And glass top, well, 25, there we go. So it's good enough. Pretty much what Navy Chief says. When it comes to a controller board, you should be looking at what your controller board has in terms of what it provides. Not, oh, it's got a 126 megahertz processor instead of 120. In Klipper, that doesn't matter. Remember, right now, the fastest speed benchy is on a Delta, which is a kinematic that takes a lot of processing to process. So a Delta printer did a I think he's like 4 minutes and 30 seconds, knit trim on, knit trim? I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, knit trim. On YouTube. He has a sub 5 minute benchy on a Delta, and it's running Klipper with a 8-bit Tri-Gorilla board. So anytime somebody says, oh, you need you need to upgrade to a faster board, if it's a 32-bit board, the MCU odds are is good enough. Because you're not going to be pushing it on most machines. The speed benchy people are pretty much the only people that I could see maybe running into issues down the line. Do I have a video on Klipper with 2 boards? No, I do not, because I don't have any printers that run 2 boards. But it's pretty much the exact same. If you look at the Voron V2 config, there's examples on how you would document having different controllers. And then when it comes to installing Klipper on 2 controllers, you just install Klipper on the one controller using the one's USB ID. And then you just install Klipper on the other controller using the other USB ID. I can't remember if you have to unplug them or you can only do one at a time. But I've never actually done it, so I don't know. But yeah, your controller doesn't matter with Klipper at all. Well, for practical purposes, it does not matter. in terms of speed. It won't affect your speed. It won't affect your print quality. Any tips on 45-degree overhangs in ABS? Run a light fan. And if your slicer has it, start tweaking your overhang settings. Or bridge settings, I think. Bridge and overhang. Usually they're lumped together. So you're going to want to increase your fans a bit. And then also go a little bit slower on the outer layer on overhangs or bridges. And that should help quite a bit. So yeah. I got a 16-core Threadripper ANET 8.8. I blink and my prints are done. Oh, there you go. But yeah, like right now, currently the best board for Klipper in terms of steps per second is, I still believe it's the GTR. It has 180 megahertz STFM variant or SAM4 or something like that. And it's like 900,000, okay? But again, a 5-minute speed benchy on a Delta is done on an 8-bit board. Now, granted, he's at 8 microstepping instead of 16, but still, that's an 8-bit board. So you go to the cheapest 32-bit board and you're like 5 times the performance of that in terms of step count capability. Yeah. Raymond, $10. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Go get more MCU board. I'm about to move to 5 on my 2.4. Oh, God. Well, Tallboy has 2. It has the Taco, and then the screen is actually running on a Arduino Nano. Yeah, Klipper has a lot of bandwidth. So where are we going to put this, guys? Where are we going to put this? We got somewhere for this. So I'm thinking we've got to put the Raspberry Pi somewhere. So our wires are going to come in here, right by the right where our wonderful sponsor Thang is. So make sure you go visit them. They're sponsoring the stream tonight. They're awesome. So up here by Thang's, we're going to have our wires come in. We want that. So I'm thinking I'm going to have it like that. And do I want it up top? Do I want it up top here? Or do I want it lower? Because I got my power coming in here. So if I got power coming in there, I'm going to want it this way. Okay, so I'm going to have power coming in there, and I'll put the Raspberry Pi here. Oh, because I got that. Shoot. I might put it up top. I want to put it up top. Yeah, I'll put it there, I think. Lower, check the USB in. Yeah, that's what I got the USB here. I got the USB in. Yeah, that won't fit. So if I put it lower, I gotta have it this way. So I can put it there. I can have the power come up. All that there. Steppers. Yeah, I'll put it there. And then the Raspberry Pi would probably go right about, yeah. I'll put the Raspberry Pi here. And then I got all this for cable management. There we go. Because I don't think I have anything else I got to mount in here. Yeah. So that'll go there. Also, come on. Big tree, come on. Why are you using this big chonky guy? Go to like USB-C. Go to USB-C. Come on. It's the future. USB-C, guys. So there we go. Now, who's making that noise? Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have to push. Oh. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's super annoying. I'm sorry. I can't live with that. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. Oh, that is bad. That is really bad. Is this my double-sided stuff? No. Oh, I can't live with that. I'm sorry, guys. I can't live with that. We live in a society. Can't stand that. Ah, I missed somebody. Derek, $5.99. Hey, Australian. Thank you. I think that's Australian. Here for the screwing and nut content. Oh, sorry. It's tonight is stripping and crimping content. Close. Close. Any disadvantages to running a Pi 3.8? Not really. I run Pi 3s on all mine. This will actually probably be, because I gotta go buy it because I forgot to buy one. This will be the first printer that I'm building that will run on a Raspberry Pi 4. Yeah, durability doesn't really matter because you really should only be plugging in once. So. I slide that down. No, I can't. So this is going to be, oh shoot. I should have done this beforehand. Something to push it with. Not gonna run a Pi 0W. I could run a Pi 0, but I do intend on hooking up a webcam directly to this, and the Pi 0 does have issues with webcams. So even with fluid or mainsail, it is going to struggle with the webcam. And since I plan on having a dedicated webcam in this machine, simply for the fact that it's going to be fully enclosed with ACM panel, so I can't see inside of it. I need a Pi that can run a webcam. I charged them before stream. I charged them before stream. What the heck is up with these things? What the heck? I need to have like, if anyone knows how to write an API, I'm pretty sure there's an API for OBS. If somebody can write an API so I can plug a big red siren in anytime my batteries die, that would be much appreciated. Every stream, not every stream, it's about every third stream we have issues with audio. So. I mean, so far everything's going well. I'm about to start crimping wires. I'm kind of delaying that because I know you guys love watching me crimping and stripping wires. Go. There we go. Okay. So it's probably not perfect. Actually, one more in the middle. But I think this should be better. I'm sorry, I couldn't stand panel rattle. Especially as it's going to be easier to kind of take care of it now than later after all the wiring's installed. Okay. Okay, so it's still hitting off the front, but it's not too bad. I can live with that. I can live with that. Okay. Top cam. Top cam. All I was doing was just taking some of the foam and just kind of shoving it in the gap. Okay, wiring time. Put the Allen keys away. With Klipper, is there any disadvantage to having a board with the TMC 20.8s and standalone mode apart from having to tune voltage manually? Not really. The only thing is the board or the steppers will come in stealth chop mode defaulted. Okay. That may be an issue. For example, on V2.26, before I switched to its current spider, that's exactly what I had. I was running Klipper. I had a Duet 2, and then it had a custom expander on it. I don't know where I put it. Where's my Duet 2? I don't know. It's somewhere. Here it is. So, this was the controller that was in V2.26. So it was a Physec Duet 2 with the custom expander that was designed for the original Voron V2.0 for ramps with the bridge. And these are 2208s. Now these aren't connected via UART to the Duet. So it ran fine running RepRap, and then when I converted it to Klipper, same thing. But the thing is, these are running in dumb mode. The problem is, these by default, if you're running 2208s in dumb mode, like just plug and play, no UART, they run defaulted to spread cycle. The problem is with spread cycle at high speeds, so once you push, I think it's beyond about 150 to 200 millimeters a second, they resonate like mad. The motors start resonating like mad. So I actually had to go and do an OTP, a one-time program, to flip these to spread cycle mode instead of stealth chop. So these right here are flash so that they can never run in spread cycle mode or in stealth chop mode. These are spread cycle only. So I had to go in and do the one-time flash on these. Yeah, that was fun. But it worked. I didn't break them, so yay. This up. Those. Yeah. So it's wiring time, guys. For the most part. We gotta get ready for wiring, but it's wiring time. Oh, I scuffed my frame. That's not. It's all gonna be covered in panels anyways. Printed dummy battery pack and then, yeah. 3D printing channel, not a nightclub. Hey, I could dance if I want to. Oh, by the way, I want to give you guys an update on, for those that are unawares, this printer is printed in CF nylon. don't print your printer in CF nylon. Don't print your printer parts in nylon at all. Please don't. This whole thing is probably going to get a reprint. I'm already having creep issues. Now, I don't know if that is because it hasn't been heat cycled yet. And I don't know if this is just the initial settling, which sometimes happens. But I had to go through and pretty much retighten all the screws already on these. So yeah, heat creep, it's a thing. Or not even heat creep, just creep. So, and that is not an independent observation. I know others that are having similar experiences with CF nylon. It's not so much temperature. Temperature will affect the plastic's ability to deform. However, pressure is another factor. Much anyways. I'm trying to find a soldering iron. Okay, let these charge. I might not, you know what, I don't think I had them plugged in properly before stream. Because when I went to unplug them, the lights were off. So I think I just didn't plug them in properly. Where the heck did my soldering iron go? Soldering iron. No, no. No. There's my good soldering iron, which I am going to need later. Where's my crappy soldering iron? Oh, you know what? My son was in here. How much you want to bet my son took it somewhere? It was sitting on the floor. Well, on the lower shelf. It's okay. It's okay. We can live without it. I'll find it later. What? Oh, your ears. Oh, it blew your ears out loud. Okay, so... so apparently that's the difference there. So when it goes all quiet, that is my lav mic dying. So the transmitter dying. When you guys go deaf, that's the receiver dying. So there we go. Great way to get chat engagement. Oh yeah. And guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you like that smash button. Ring that bell and all those other YouTuber things that YouTubers say. When Doggo? I'm gonna go check for Doggo in a second here. Oh, and by the way, whatever I don't finish for wiring tonight, I'm going to finish off stream. I have subjected you guys to way too much soldering, or correction, wiring in the past, like, month. I'm going by my viewer count. I know you guys are tired of it. So this will be the last wiring stream for a while. Yeah, I know, but gotta get done. I think I can legally park in handicapped spots now. Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. Just turn your headphones off. Wow, these are really tight. You have to mount the mount for the LGX, you have to undo the screws in the LGX motor themselves. They are Phillips head. They are really tight. Holy crap. Don't strip them. Could swear I had a bigger Phillips bit. This was it? No. Oh, that is the bigger one. Oh, wait. Oh, that's Robertson. Gee, I already have a filter. Or, well, noise suppression. I don't want to strip that. I think I'm already close to stripping it. There we go. Whew. There we go. Okay. Do you still plan to put AB motors behind a panel for heat insulation? That will be dependent on how well things go. My goal is 70C. Okay. So, if, as it is, I can't hit 70C, then yes, I will start trying alternative methods to try and get that temperature. If it works and I get 70C, then we're just going to stick with what we got because it works. So yeah. When is it going to be on the Voron GitHub? I can't GitHub at all. At the moment, it's pinned in Voron user mods. It'll be added to the GitHub eventually. I'm not 100% sure. I can't GitHub at all. So I'm gonna have to wait till somebody has time to do that. I'm not sure. It might be bundled with a 0.1 release. I'm not 100% sure. Because it's still, like, it hasn't been finalized yet, I don't think. I don't know. It's on the Discord, though. Which I actually have to take off it because I gotta get the probe wires properly stripped. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking it off. I just got the Mars 2 for 167. Nice. I'm assuming that's 167 America bucks, but yeah, the Photon, other than the smells and the post-processing and dealing with resin and just resin printing itself just being a pain in the butt, I really like it. Okay, so what we're going to do today is make my life a little bit easier by stripping these wires right at the base. And hopefully not damaging this. So here comes the fun part, guys. Where's me knife? There's my knife. At a halogen 24-volt lamp truck inside the enclosure. 2 birds with 1 stone. So, on your probe, you have 3 wires. Okay, you got your VIN, your sense, and your ground. The problem is they come with this like thick sleeve on it, and every time I try to cut the sleeve, I always end up breaking one of the wires. And I'm hoping not to do this because I am trimming it so close to the probe itself that I really can't fix it if I lift it up. There we go. Oh, I think I did it. Good. I think we're good. Wow, these Omron Pro ones are stiff. There we go. Come on. Yeah, I gotta get a flex plate for mine. Like, I'm holding off on it because I literally don't know how much resin printing I plan on doing down the line, honestly. So I don't want to, you know, go all in on resin stuff and then, you know, there we go. And then realize, you know what, this actually isn't for me. I'm not going to bother anymore. So I'm waiting to see in regards to that. Is it normal to have a bit of a gap between your afterburner and the clockwork? Yep, that's normal. It isn't going to affect anything. Well, it's not normal, but it's a non-issue. Okay, that fits much better. So pro tip, if you're using the LGX, make sure you strip those wires, that the oversleeve for your probe near the probe, because the extra bolt will make it so that your LGX doesn't actually sit flush on the afterburner mount. Pro tip. If I could check them all with a torque setting, I don't know because I don't have a torque wrench. So I don't know. Just remember, kids, righty tighty, lefty loosey. If righty tighty becomes righty loosey, you've tightened it too much. Try again. So let's see. Where'd you go, screw? There you go. Yeah, until you hear the crack and then back it off with half a turn. Pretty much. Okay, so when I ask you guys later, short wire is hot end fan. Okay, remember, short wire is hot end fan. Okay, let's start crimping and stripping. How far should the on-run probe come out? When you put your hot end in the nozzle, the probe, the bottom of the probe, I usually like having sit about 2 millimeters higher than the nozzle. So just shift it around so that the probe is above your nozzle. You don't want it so low that if your part starts to curl a bit, the probe will catch on it. But you don't want it so high that you risk the nozzle crashing into the bed if your gantry or your bed is not trammed out to the gantry. So, yeah. So on a spring steel, a PLO5 probe should have about 5 millimeters of sense distance, a little bit less. So if you're sitting 2 millimeters above your nozzle, you have about a little over 2 millimeters of free play to be safe in. So yeah. So let's get wiring. So we're gonna run our hot end first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wire this up like a little bit different, because I don't know how long my wire runs need to be. I've never wired up a 250 spec V1.8. So I've got my 20 gauge wire for my hot end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my connector on it. I'm going to connect it up, and then I'm going to run the wire through my XY down to the controller, add about probably 6 inches of extra, and then I'm going to make my whole wire run that long. So. I have a full set of Allen keys without losing any. That's because this set is made up of all the keys that were lost out of other sets. Big brain. Big brain. Actually, I only have the one set, and I've just been super lucky. Legit. My set at work is horrible. I'm missing so many on my work set. What's the Hamera? Is it a pretty sought after extruder hot end? I don't see much talk about it. The Hamera is this thing. That's a Hamera. That's a Hamera. Ooh, look at it. I got one. The Hamera is an all-in-one extruder hot end combo. People like it. The first editions of it had issues with gears cracking. I think they fixed it all now, and I have one now for testing. So I'm actually going to be putting this in the Ender 3. I'm going to do a Pit My Ender 3 series because I've got a flex plate for it. I'm going to put a bed probe on it. All the bells and whistles, because why not? So Hamera is an all-in-one extruder hot end combo. It's a nice piece of kit. The problem is it limits your form factor. To mount a Hamera, you have to mount the Hamera as the Hamera is. It doesn't fit in the afterburner tool head, and mounting it on a Core XY that is designed for something else, you're going to lose either X or Y travel. So putting a Hamera in a Voron, you would lose X and Y travel essentially. So that's why we stick with the Clockwork or LGX setup, because it's a more vertically mounted solution versus a Hamera, which seems is a wider solution. Now on something like an Ender 3 or a bed flinger, where you can mount whatever you want to your carriage, the carriage in front of it and to the sides usually doesn't bump into anything. So you could have plenty of stuff hanging off. But on an enclosed Core XY, because if you make it wider, if you make this wider, well, you're gonna hit before you used to. So you don't see it in Vorons because it doesn't really gel well with the Voron ecosystem. The LGX by fluke just happens to line up perfectly and drop right in. But even then, we're using the LGX as an extruder, not as a full all-in-one extruder hot end combo. Victor. Yeah, you know what? I ended up getting bored with a stock Ender because I meant keep it stock as in I wanted to use it for Ender things. And so I'm going to do Ender mods to it. Like people were like, oh, that was in response mostly to the convert it to a switch wire crowd. If I convert it to a switch wire crowd, I can't do Ender stuff on it. Putting a Hamera on an Ender is a common thing. Because you kill two birds with one stone, the crappy stock extruder and the crappy stock hot end. And then a flex plate. Well, come on, it's a flex plate. Flex plates are awesome. Spring steel lets you get by with you than a $3 bed probe instead of a $60 overpriced setup. So. Oh yeah, the Hamera is the price of the printer, but yes, there is diminishing returns when it comes to prices of things, right? In all fairness, I got that Hamera from E3D directly for testing and evaluation and whatnot. So there's that. But talk to anyone that is in shooting, like hunts or does competitive shooting. You spend as much, sometimes even more, on the glass on your rifle than the rifle itself. So your printer, the two most important things on your printer are the mechanics of your printer and the part that melts and pushes the plastic. So spending a little bit more to get a little bit better in, or to get an improvement in something like that, yeah, it's probably worth it. I clipped the wrong things on here. No, I used the right ones. Okay. Drake chain time. So I've never actually used the IGUS chains. Am I supposed to cut this little clip off the end of them? I don't know. I've never used IGUS chains. I don't think so. The 34mm stepper E3D chose to go with is just way overkill. No kill like overkill. But yeah, like a pancake probably would have been better, but all the torque. Torque is good. We like torque. I like torque. Oh, it's zip tie the wires. I figured. Yeah, that's what I figured, Mr. Aki. It just, I've never used the IGUS chain before. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. So unlike my V2, this is slightly higher than what would be an acceptable work height for somebody of my stature. So, do I have a milk crate? No, I do not. Which motherboard do I have at the Ender 3? I was planning on running it stock for a while, but I actually have in there right now a Fly RepRap firmware board, a Mellow Fly RepRap firmware board. It's running RepRap firmware, obviously, and you know what? I like it. I am a Klipper fanboy. I like my Klipper, and I did plan on running the stock Ender board and just putting Klipper on it, and that's what I originally did. But I put that board in for testing, and it runs great as a drop-in single board solution. I'm having no issues with it, so I really don't see a huge need to swap it out, essentially. So I'm probably going to keep it like that because, well, why not? I think I put the wrong one. These same length or different length? No, same length. I gotta trim it. And by trim it, I mean cut some excess off here. There we go. Somebody's setting off fireworks right now. I don't know why people are setting off fireworks. To my Commonwealth homies, yo, happy Victoria Day. May 2-4 weekend. But yeah, I don't know why people are setting off fireworks right now. The holiday's like tomorrow. Yeah, that'll work. So I need a... Do you not? Yeah, apparently there's some issues with that board with Klipper, but I'm not running Klipper on it. So, yeah. Like if somebody, like right now, that's my recommended newbie-friendly solution for upgrading. Because let's face it, Marlin in the current year, come on. Need my web interfaces. Goes there, that goes there. So that one goes like that. Now this one is a bit of a funky one because this drag chain actually is upside down. And it just kind of does this. Something like that. I gotta flip that. But yeah, this drag chain is literally upside down. That's just kind of how it be. Yeah, the red extrusions are LDO. This is an LDO frame, LDO rails. Are the pin numbers written on the backside of the Corelli board? Let me check. I don't think so though. No, they're not. There's very little on the back of these boards. Most stock boards are very bare bones. Like, I don't even think the Creality board comes with like available UART. So, Maker Viking, hello. Does the Z end stop pin on the 2.4 need to be level with the bed? It should be. Or, okay, in terms of planes, yes, they should be level, right? So like on a flat plane. But in terms of it being height-wise level with the bed, it does not need to be perfectly exactly bang on, okay? You are okay with a little bit of wiggle room. As long as your nozzle... Oh, I should have screwed this in before... Oh, this is going to be annoying. I don't have a ball this size. Oh, wow, that's going to be really annoying. As long as you can reach the switch with your hot end's nozzle before the hot end crashes into the bed, you're good. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. What's that? Put a M3 up top here. Go. External dimensions for a 350. If you go on the Voron.com website, you can go to the configurator. It'll tell you. Like, it'll tell you the outside frame dimensions if you plug in whatever size you want to build. There we go. That'll do there. And somebody's having big fireworks out there. You can't hear it because of the noise canceling. Okay, so drag chains are in. Move around. Help if that was on the thing. There we go. Okay, so how long do I need to make this wire? Well, let's find out. That's furthest right there. So, a little bit extra just for precaution. That long. Do you know if the 1.9 is coming soon? Oh, I know the exact status of the 1.9. Yeah. Okay. So, want to be conservative with it or not? So, however long this is how long I'm making my wire loom. So, crimping and stripping time. Is my white marker. Anatoly, what do those kids who hold the stock say? Totally unrelated, but I think they say hold. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure. That goes right to my water bottle. Okay. Get a piece of tape. It's hold. Well, what does the HODL mean? Like I'm not fully with the youngins and the internet words and the memes as they say. But hold HODL. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Nope. Oh, this is gonna get really annoying real quick. Like it's just misspelled just for the sake of it being misspelled and funny. Okay. So how many do we need? We need 2, 4. Okay, actually 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? So 4 of these. I wish I had my vise in here. This would have made it a lot easier. Get out of here, Volcano. What are you doing here? Three. You know what? All these fireworks that you guys can't hear because of noise canceling, it's making me want to celebrate. Plus, we're getting to the point in the stream where I'm going to be crimping and wiring, and need something to make it entertaining. What do we got tonight? What do we have tonight? Everyone go grab something delicious to drink. Tonight's on the menu. Gibson's Finest Sterling Whiskey. Does the 1.8 have the tool length switch? Are you talking about the Z offset? Yes, it does. It does have the same Z switch as the 2.4. Come here. Come here. Come here. He was outside the door. Hey, buddy. Let's say hello. Oh, he's on 4-4. All the dog things. There you go. Butt scratches. Ah. And yes, I'm wearing shorts and slippers. Because the last thing you want to do is get one of these guys in your foot. I've accidentally stepped on a tuning tower. You know, the retraction tower with the 4 points. I've stepped on one of those in these slippers and it went through the slipper. So never be in your printer room barefoot. Duff699 Doggo. Thank you, appreciate it. Cheers. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, dog for extra insulation. Oh, I was gonna ask about that for the resin, because you know Tom did his video there with where he was reinforcing resin prints with stuff, and I was gonna ask him if he had tested dog fur and seeing if that would help, because you know I figure, you know, I'm sure some of my resin prints already have dog fur in it, so. Have I stepped on Legos? I have a 3-year-old toddler, man. I come home from work at 1 a.m. So I work afternoons, and the house is dark, and I have to walk through through the living room to get to the bedrooms and all that. So yes, I have stepped on Lego. So while I'm cutting these wires here, want to take the chance to go visit our sponsor, Fangs.com. Go create an account, and you know what? After you create an account, go download something and print something. Go find something you like. Leave a like. Leave a comment. You can upload pictures now too, by the way. So if you've printed something from Fangs already, and you have a picture of it, go upload that picture to something. Make sure you click the link in the link below in the description, because it helps with the metrics. Because it's all the numbers. Like the one guy from Avatar who hasn't been in any movie since said in the Call of Duty game, what do the numbers mean? Elite Machine Works. I do. I have a gauge on my... I have it taped out on my desk here. How long these wires need to be. I do need my stripper though. We'll say these are stiffer than silicone wire, that's for sure. The hand method, dude. Well, I don't work with wires that often. Well, that's kind of a lie, but not in any informal capacity. Already covered in dog fur, awesome. Actually, what I am going to do is I'm going to copy the wiring loom from the V2, the professional wiring loom. So I'm going to actually copy that in terms of how, like what fittings are on what end. That way, if I need to swap any components between the two, it makes it easier. So for reference, guys, whenever you're building multiple printers, especially something like a Voron where it's like an ecosystem, try and keep things as similar between them as possible. So for example, if you wire your, my V2 here is wired up with what is it, the male or the female ends of the microfits on the wire loom itself, and it's the male ends that are on the tool head. Wire all your printers up like that, because that way, say I need to swap the tool head out of this printer into that printer, it's just drag and drop essentially, right? So we are going to go with females on that end, so that means the pins. That's just a little, pro tip to help you out down the line. Some people are saying the 1.8 is better to mod. The 1.8 is a more traditional setup. For example, it doesn't have a flying gantry. So you are able to modify it easier than a 2.4. So it would be more adapt to like a tool changer, for example, because the gantry is in a fixed position. Kind of like how my switch wire is set up for dual extrusion, because my tool head doesn't move in, it only moves in the X and the Z. It doesn't move in X, Y, Z like my V2s. So much fun. One, ah. Two, ah. 3, 4, Should record this for my son so he doesn't have to watch Sesame Street tomorrow. Today we're going to count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is up. So pin up, red down. Pin up, red. Pin up, red, down. Pin up, red down. Is it done yet? Just finished routing my wire loom and forgot to label my wires. They're all black. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I am sorry. I am so sorry, man. F's in chat. F's in chat for Nicholas. Ooh. Yeah, I hope you have a multimeter, man. Ooh, are they at least end-to-end connected? Like, please tell me at least, like, there's connectors on both ends and you just don't have, like, this on the end, just a bunch of randos. Ooh. Oh. Multimeter go burr. This is why I got two colors of wire, so at least I can know, you know, which wires are the hot and cold. And yes, I know that's not the proper terms. Is it wiring fun? I love wiring. Wiring I find super relaxing. I can't wait till Tom does his video on building one of these and he gets to the wiring part. It's gonna be awesome. Just hopefully he doesn't do what his video when he built the what was it, that old wooden Prusa, where he recommends Cat 5. Hopefully he doesn't still follow that advice. Yes, Tom Solander. Yeah, Elite Machine Works pretty much like, so the original spec for Voron, like we're talking like, okay, so the original V2 didn't really have spec, but everyone used Cat 5 because back in like 2016, 2017, 2018, that was pretty much the norm. Because if you Googled, you went on YouTube, how to wire up a 3D printer, you found that Tom Solander video where you used Cat 5 and like audio cable for your bed. But Cat 5 is great. It's color coded. It's already twisted in pairs. It's, you know, it's labeled, like it's got like markings on it. It is great until you shove it in a drag chain, because that's what killed many a V1 or V2. And we're talking early V2s. Jesus, how is this tangled already? Tape. Get rid of the tape. That goes over there. Now I need to make a 3-pin for That guy. Yeah, don't do FlexCap 5. Just get like PTFE or the hexafluoro, whatever it's called. Yeah, no PETG. No PETG wires. No, silicone's being removed for PTFE. Silicone is the wiring that has trouble, not PTFE. So I don't know where you got that information, Beryl. Like, silicone works, but PTFE is better. Yeah, see, my issue at Elite Machine was with silicone. I would have it, I didn't kill any wires, luckily, but I could definitely tell the silicone, the wire sheathing was getting worn down because it was leaving literally debris in my gray chains, or in my extrusions. The genuine IGUS chain, so the problem with the China chains and silicone is the China chains aren't exactly injection molded the smoothest. So they have like a rough, the corners are kind of sharp and they're abrasive. Whereas the IGUS chains are, I got a little piece of it. Oh. These are nice and rounded and they're nice and smooth and it's a nice finish. So silicone will probably last a lot longer in IGUS chains. Ansgar. It won't be a mod. There we go. Let's see here. Is anyone yelling at me on Discord? No. Let's see, so I need a way of keeping track of these two black wires. So what I'm thinking is, I think I have some red heat shrink. I do, I think. I do. Yes, I do. Okay. So I'm going to put a little piece on here and a little piece on the end. And that way I don't mix them up. Where's my heat gun? Since acquiring a set of Engineer PA07 strippers, thanks to your earlier video, I now have a Japanese tool fetish. What's the model number for the crimping pliers? The only ones I have are the Engineer PA09. There's like an actual like proper like one ratchet crimp one, but I don't know the I don't have that. I mean, honestly, I get by just fine with the PA09. That I'm not probably gonna hunt down a replacement anytime soon. So. Okay. So that goes there. That goes there. Okay. So we have the Mister, which I'm going to have to rewire. And then we got bed probe, and then those. Okay, so we're good. We're good. So this guy goes there. Now we got to get our tool head ready to go. What time is it anyways? 10:15. You know what? We're making pretty good time. We are making better time than I thought we'd be making. I can live with this. I guess yes, we've actually contacted IGUS to see if they have like a spec cable chain that we could literally just use, like an actual off-the-shelf item. Like years ago, like I still, where is it? Where is it? I think this is this stuff. No, I don't know where it is. Where did it go? So I emailed IGUS years ago. This was years ago. Well, probably 2 years ago. Around during 2.2 dev, saying, hey, do you guys have some sort of cabling that would work good in a drag chain? I sent him the dimensions and whatnot. And he's like, I can send you a sample of something that might work. And I'm like, sure. He sent me this. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 conductor. But yeah, that ain't gonna fit in yeah, so I might use this, you know, and the thing is the wire is only like 20 gauge or 22 gauge too. Like it's like almost Ethernet wire. It's just super shielded. Focus. I don't think I'll focus on that. Yeah, so you can see there's a lot of shielding. So yeah, I guess chain flex. Yeah, this is a little, yeah. Good intentions though. Good intentions. Yeah, the PA09's like when I built my very first Voron, like my original V1.8, which is now Toasty Boy, I bought, you know, these cheap guys off Ali for like $4. And that was back when it was ramps and DuPont connectors. And then when I started building my V2, I bought these guys. And yeah, it's worth it, trust me. man, I hate these wires. Seriously. Fiberglass wires need to die. Die in a fire. But they can't because they're fiberglass. So what I do is I strip them, and then the extra fiberglass strands, I use a pair of snips, and I trim them with that. And it usually works good enough. You just gotta be careful not to cut the wires. The stock wires are usually not meant, there is a thing called drag chain rating, like bend radius. You need to pay attention to bend radius. So usually those like kind of crappy printed ones you see on Thingiverse usually aren't too big of an issue because the bend radius is so large and it's not a continuous bend radius. But if you just try to shove standard like PVC wire into a drag chain that's too tight of a bend radius, yeah, you probably are going to run into issues. Every time, or not every time, but a lot of those Ender or ANET fires that I've seen the wires are in drag chains. Now, I don't know if the drag chains cause the fires, but it's a commonish thing. Fiberglass. Oh, I know. I could put the mask on. You guys are that worried about me. It's good for you. It puts hair on your lungs. Please, more memorable gifts. You guys and do them all. Somebody's like, oh yeah, you should search Voron on Henner on gifts, and it's like, where, what, who has that much free time? You guys should be building printers. Speaking of, if anyone, I'm putting not a bounty out there, but if anyone out there happens to be good at music and wants to take a shot at remixing my intro music, I kind of want to get a custom version of it. The song is called AI or AI2, I can't remember. It is on the Google royalty, or the Google library, the Google, copyright free library on YouTube. If anyone wants to remix that intro, make it a little bit, like a minute long, a little bit snappier, more synth wavy, catchier, have at her. Because otherwise I'm going to go to Fiverr and pay somebody to do it. Because I kind of want to do that. Okay, so that's that. Aluminum Voron parts. Okay. So Loltech Greg, somebody on the dev team does have a set of the aluminum parts. It fluctuates between some of the parts just straight up won't work because they either machined them exactly as the STLs are, or it's in a location where the part is supposed to flex. So like a lot of the afterburner parts, they're supposed to like latch onto each other and stuff. That won't work if they're made out of aluminum. The ball joints on the V2, they're supposed to be like ball joints, but they machined them flat. So there's no pivot or anything. So those don't quite work. And even the parts that work, there's like zero noticeable difference in print quality. So yeah, you know, the Z motor mounts and maybe the AV motor mounts and XY joints, you might get a little bit more life out of them, but you're not going to see any improvement in print quality. And then if there's a revision down the line, they're going to be out of date. So you're stuck with those parts. You're not going to be, you know, if you're buying aluminum parts, odds are you're not going to have a Bridgeport in your garage and a welder so you can, you know, weld up some aluminum stock and remachine it if there's a design change to the printer. So you're kind of stuck with what you got. So, but yeah. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get a better camera. This is boring as hell. Hey, you can see my messy room. That'll do. Enjoy the off colors. Yeah, the only time put it this way, if I was going to do aluminum parts on a Voron, I'd be doing something like the Daedalus, where I was making a commercial variant of the Voron. And the parts would be redesigned to be streamlined for manufacturing. Because honestly, if you just take the STLs and machine them out of aluminum as is, you're not doing a great job, because you can optimize the design so much for machining them out of aluminum or any other metal. To take advantage of the fact that, you know, it's metal versus plastic. So like these joints, like your AB motor mounts, your XY joints, a lot of them could just literally be plates with spacers and holes in them. Like you don't need to actually machine down billet aluminum to replicate the STLs. There is much more efficient, economical ways of doing it. The problem is you have to be able to design. And if you're just kind of copying something to throw on an AliExpress store page, odds are you're not redesigning it. You're just going to take what's there and just kind of throw it on your machine and hit cycle start. So yeah. When you accidentally drive your nozzle into your bed, you'll be happy your ABS is flexible. That too. That too. 3D printing and painting. Hello. Hello there. Yep, stripper can. Well, it was better than Lube Cam. So it's upgraded from Lube Cam to Stripper Cam, so. And if you don't know what the Lube Cam joke is, you're not watching enough streams. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and ring that bell. Haha, segue. We're in the chat. Uh-oh, sorry. Move the wrong thing. Moving the wrong thing. Put that there. Chat. No. No. Click that. There we go. Okay, chat can go up there. Stripper cam can go down there. There we go. So now chat, you guys are here. There you go. There you go. There's Nicholas. $4:30 a.m. Have a good one. Sleep well. Okay, remind me guys to take bread out of the freezer. Making French toast in the morning. So I know somebody will remind me when I'm closing up shop here. Ow. You crimp the wires and then you also take a chunk out of your finger. Short cable equals hot end fan. Yes. Okay, there we go. So I need a 3-pin nail. Let me just match it up here. So make sure I am running the same wires. Okay, so brown is on the bottom. Yeah, there we go. There it goes. Yep, so brown, blue, black. Go, and then that would clip it to there. Yep. Go. Okay. What fan to get for the Voron? The 40-40-10 fan. I take it that's 24 volt, but what RPMs? I would recommend getting the one that's in the sourcing guide. You want one that pushes the most air. If you don't care about noise, get one, whatever one you can get that will fit there, that is 24 volt and can push the most air. I run dual ball bearing GD Stein fans. Is a foreign bot kit any good? It's better than it was, but I still won't endorse it. However, if you know what you're doing and what to look out for, you really can't beat it in the price, unfortunately. They're able to just throw stuff in a box cheaper. Yeah. The problem is that you can't guarantee the kits. Like, if a foreign bot kit is really good right now, which from what I'm seeing, it's okay. The problem is 2 weeks from now, who knows? Because they might have swapped to a different motor. Like, there's no, oversight guarantee that the parts remain consistent. Until they do remain consistent, I will never officially recommend one. But yes, they are functional. So, yeah. I'm doing the short wire. E2, you do need cooling. But modern hot end designs can handle less cooling a bit better than the older designs. Like, unless they pulled some voodoo magic from last time I checked, 0.1 doesn't support the V6, if I'm not mistaken. It only supports the Dragon and the Mosquito. Specifically because of, well, mounting. You just can't mount a V6 in there, unfortunately. Come on, E3D, make a hot end that rigid mounts. I built my own mostly so I could put thread lock on every fastener. That's a bit overkill. I've never put thread lock on any fastener other than the grub screws on the 22s, and even then half the time I don't have it. And never had an issue. Here. Pin up, red up. Pin up, red up. Has anyone watched Army of the Dead yet? The new one, Zack Snyder one? Any good? I think I'm gonna watch that tonight. RCCNC, hello there. Shirt concealed. It's licensed to carry small arms and it has a picture of a T-Rex on it. Excellent movie. Really cringy. See, here's the thing. I'm okay with enjoying a movie that is stupid because it's fun. I go to movies to be entertained. It's like, I like Godzilla. I want to see big lizard fight monkey. Like, I don't care about any of the plot. Is the plot dumb? Yes, I don't care. I want to watch big lizard fight monkey. Like, so if the movie's entertaining, I'm gonna love it then. Watched it, was kind of underwhelmed. We'll see. I'll watch it tonight. Okay, where is my paint marker? So that is the hot end fan. So white marker, hot end fan. Well, it's a Zack Snyder film. Like, you gotta understand, Zack Snyder films kind of overdo things on purpose. So it's supposed to be like kind of dumb and over the top. Like his superhero movies, like there's like a certain aesthetic to them, which, yeah, if you like it, you like it. Stupid zombie movie, awesome. And I'll probably like it. It's a zombie movie. It's supposed to be stupid. Like the original, well, not the original remake of Day of the Dead. And when did that come out? That was like 2003 or something. The movie's almost like 20 years old now. That was awesome. Pacific Rim was a mediocre. Exactly. Like, who was the main actor in Pacific Rim? Who cares? It was Gypsy Danger. Like, that's the only part that mattered. And I didn't even watch the second one, because the second one got all weird. Like, I'm perfectly okay with movies that expect you to turn your brain off and watch the explosions. Like, not every movie has to be a super deep introspective on the human condition. Just... These are the wrong ones. These are... Ooh. I almost crimped on some DuPont connectors. Why do I have DuPont connectors on that thing? That would have been bad. What are we at anyways? 216. Ooh. See, I don't know if it's because it's summer now and it's Saturday night and everyone's outside, which I don't blame them. Or if it's because I've done nothing but wiring for the past month, but we're back to 4 months ago numbers. Oh well, whatever. Animated series. There's an animated series? Oh. Did not know that. Need to get some BL touch for my other printer to make life easier. Ooh. Okay. Beryl, go on my channel. There is a video on how to add bed leveling to your printer for like $3. It's a PL08 or 05 inductive probe. So for $60, go spend $30, get a spring steel flex plate from Energetic on AliExpress, and then you're gonna buy a PL08 inductive probe for $3 off AliExpress, and then you're gonna buy a BAT85 diode. It'll probably cost you about $2 because you'll get like 100 of them, but they're about 5 cents each. You're gonna follow that video and you're gonna add bed leveling to your printer and a snazzy flex plate. Because inductive probes work as long as you know the trick to them. And the trick is just print at the same temperature, or have the same pre-print process every time so that the probe consistently does its probing at the same temperature every time, and you'll have consistent results. Are we back on main cam? Oh, I'm sorry guys. I should be on stripper cam. Pin up, red up. Pin up, red up. And this one is the part cooling fan. There we go. When people print on glass, it's like... Oh, printing on glass. What year is it, guys? Come on. Printing on glass. It's funny how many people are stuck in like the old ways. I think I got some new music. Let's see if I can find some music. Yeah, there we go. Some new stuff. Let's see here. Let's go to electronic. Let's play some electronics. There we go. Take care, RFC. Okay, so we have the tool head all wired up, it looks like. So let's start connecting stuff to it and doing some wire runs. I'm gonna have to disconnect this guy. And get my wires. So which one is my... Okay. So I got my book here. So I'm not crimping the ends on yet, simply for the fact that I'll be able to trim them, and I don't know the board yet. So I'm just kind of putting my little wraps on it, and then I'm going to write it down. So hot end is 0, or correction, heater is 0. Glass or Garolite. I plan, like right now the flex plate on this guy is just PI, it's black PI, but I have a plain side. I'm gonna hunt down a thin sheet of Garolite so I can make a Garolite flex plate for this guy. So 0 is heater. Hanging on. Okay. Caught one live, but no thanks to YouTube. I specifically turn on email note just in case. YouTube is like, nah, you don't really want to watch this guy. Ooh, come on, YouTube. What's the advantage of Garolite? Garolite's good for like stuff like nylons and PC. It tends to overstick to PEI too much. So, okay, so we have that. Now we'll go with a thermistor. So thermistor will be number 2. Go with, or number 1. Fan is 3 or 2. Or actually, we'll do that end stop. Because this has an end stop in the tool head. forgetting I gotta cut these little tabs off. Go. End. There we go. I think we're good. We good? I think we're good. There we go. Okay. So what happened there, because somebody's like, what the heck's going on with the mics? I thought I charged the mic because it uses rechargeable batteries. Apparently they didn't charge, so they died. So I threw in some other batteries that I had sitting there that apparently were already almost dead. So they died again. So now I have the original batteries back in, which have been charging for like an hour. So hopefully they're good. It is what it is. For those that enjoy the channel and enjoy the content, you know it's not 100% reliable. I'm not Tom. I don't have the fancy setup. But it's better than it was. I could go back to streaming with just the C920 and the built-in audio. If you guys want the old school feel and setup. Yeah, the audio quality on this mic ain't bad. It's just the it doesn't have built-in batteries. It takes external batteries, so I can't really justify changing the mic setup. That is Yep. There's still other things I'd rather spend the money on. Live mics. Plus, hey, it looks really good on the YouTube metrics when you guys all spam chat. Small victories, right? go. Okay, there's that, there's that, there's that. Okay. So, I need to open all these drag chains up. Built-in audio didn't kill my ears twice in the night, but overall quality is better now. Sorry. I am sorry if I blew your ears out. C920 camera and screw sorting. We're going back! More printers, better camera. Camera's not bad. I don't think the camera is bad. The overhead camera ain't the, or, you know, stripper cam. Overhead cam's got some washed out colors, but that's because I have a $15 cam link knockoff. This used to be the main cam. So if you go back to the, when I was in the other room era, when I was like building the V2 and the V1, this camera was a lot of it. So this camera ain't bad. Main camera is a C920. This is a C920 going through a cam link. So it ain't too bad. You gotta remember, YouTube kind of crushes it too. How the heck do these open? Oh my god, these are... Okay. Open all the drag chains. Which camera are we on anyway? Main cam, main cam. Go. I might do a stream Monday. We'll see. I have it off. It's a holiday. May 2/4. So I might do a stream. I don't know. Because I got to do a video, so I might not. But I will do a weekday stream this week. I'll try to. Probably wrapping up anything I don't finish on here. So we'll probably get to the point where the SKR is ready to wire up tonight. And then what we'll do is we'll actually wire it up on a stream during the week at some point. I'll do like a quick daytime stream where we wire it up. Sound good? Sound good. Okay, where is my cover plate? I don't know if I can fit all this under here. Oh man, I forgot to do a cable loom for the LGX. The LGX don't have power. Oh no. Oh no. No es bueno. No es bueno. Senor. I need to find. Who didn't remind me? Who did not remind me about the LGX? Oh, nope. Oh, oh, oh. High temp motor kit. Nope. Those are on. Those are fixed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, not uh-oh, but uh-oh. Because the problem we have here is that the LGX has that fancy proprietary connector doohickey. And I don't have anything that connects to it. Uh-oh. I have a motor over here that has... No. Oh, that's not it. Uh-oh. No. It's not a JST connector. It's some weird funky one, right? Oh, oh, oh. Ah. The under stepper motors have the right connector. Yep, I knew that. It's just I didn't want to cut that one. But there we go. So let me get this on and then I'll do that. There's no way I can fit all this under here. Yay, cable management. Okay, let's see. If I put that there, that can go there. There. Yay, cable management. Almost. Yeah, I can live with that. Okay. Lost my Allen key. There it is. I always hate whenever I try to put these stupid covers on. There's always one wire that just does not want to work. There we go. That ain't gonna work because that is like that. Okay, so there, make it fun. Okay, so now it goes like that. I need to connect a fork into this. Is the judging a printer still happening? It will happen. I've honestly just been too busy to sit down and record like 4 hours of me going through all those because I have like 100 submissions. Now, some of them are absolutely amazing. Some of you guys have really nice setups. Some of you guys should have more fire extinguishers. But yeah. Why to start another 7-hour print on my enclosed 8 printing parts? Nice. 8 You might be one of the guys that needs a fire extinguisher nearby. Just live stream it. The problem is, like, I need to figure out a way where I can like load up all the images and not dox people. I really don't want to accidentally leak somebody's like email address or whatever on stream. So do I have a fire extinguisher? I got those, I got a spray can fire extinguisher right here underneath, an ABC one. And then I have one right by the door. And then I actually have like a proper one, like coming down the stairs. So. But yes, you should always have some sort of like fire extinguisher or something. Like even something as simple as this. And then I got a smoke alarm on the ceiling. Honestly, go to Costco. They usually have like packs of fire extinguishers. That's where I got mine. You almost missed it. We're down under 200 people here. Everyone's leaving. What the heck? A month of crimping? Is that not exciting? I know. It's like the least exciting stuff to stream. Other than a resin printer. 2 in a row. I think I did a wiring stream, and then a resin stream, and now we're doing a wiring stream again. I need to do something exciting. But it's what happens when you do a stream every week. You kind of have to show everything, because there's only so much you can do. Honestly, I can't be one of those guys that just streams prints. That's just kind of... I need to be doing something. Should actually start doing some actual, like, post-play stuff. So we can actually work on stuff sometimes. So the LGX doesn't come. No, the LGX doesn't come with a connector. That is one of the big L's, in my opinion, about it. Is it expects you to have the connections on hand. Like, it doesn't even come with, like, a little stubby one like I'm making right here. So that is actually like one of the big downsides to it. So hopefully you have an old stepper motor that you can braid. Now, I'm assuming they expect you to have a connector, but like not all stepper motors have this connector, right? So if you have a, if you're throwing this in a printer, like you just bought an LGX and you're putting it in a printer where the stepper motors don't have connectors, so you don't have anything you can cannibalize a connector from. you're kind of screwed. So it would show up, you go to install it, you don't have it, you got to go hunt down the connector type. Yeah. But it is what it is. Dustin Speed, $2 or $20. Thank you, appreciate it. Please don't just unbox stuff. I won't unbox stuff yet. No, if I do get stuff for like unboxing stuff, they will be like straight up like a Saturday or a daytime stream. Like this, the Saturday nights are content streams. So if I end up doing like, oh hey, I'm just unboxing random V-Wheel i3 style printer number 47, that'll be a weekday thing. That's just kind of extra bonus stuff. Shoot, I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. Crud. Oh wait, I'm doing it right. Black, green, red, blue. Yep, there we go. Okay. More wires. Too many people are doing it. You know why though? Because it's easy. As soon as I hit about 10,000 subscribers, I get like an email a week now from companies offering to send me a 3D printer. Now, a lot of them are legit companies I never even knew existed, and they have like a single website, and there is like no data about them at all, and it's a knockoff of an Ender or some other random like old style printer. But I definitely see why people do it, because there are companies do it. They just say, hey, you want to build this? Show this off, and I'm like, not really. V-Wheel i3 number 47. There's nothing to it. It's a V-Wheel i3. Plus, I'm running out of room as is. I'm up to, this is printer number 7. And then I got the resin stuff. So, yeah. Low-hanging fruit. I am waiting on one to show up though. That is a V-Wheel i3 style printer. Because I need a guinea pig printer for how do I put this? For destructive testing of certain things. So yeah. Hopefully they're not watching the stream right now. Need to build that wall shelf. The problem is it's over here. Like I can't work on the wall shelf. Like I already got the, I pulled out grandma's old shelving to put all my filament on. Need part companies to send me stuff. Well, Big Tree Tech sent me some controller boards, so there's that. And E3D did send me the Hamera and some filament somewhere. I gotta find where I put it, actually. I do gotta find where I put it. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere on a shelf. Maybe it's upstairs. I don't know. I just want to get this wire run done because it's past 11 already. And then what we will do is I'm going to run the wires to the box. And then one day during the week this week, probably Thursday I'm thinking, I'll do a stream during the day where we wire up the SKR. And then next weekend, we'll do some firmware stuff and maybe get a print. Or at least get it moving. We shall see. So let me just wrap this up here. Show the process of 3D printing a firearm and shoot it. Almost guaranteed many viewers engagement. The problem is, Das Boot, I live in Canada. So while in the US, you can manufacture a firearm for personal use, and that is fully legal, as long as you don't sell it. You don't need to serialize it or anything. And in most states, you can go on your own property, do all kinds of fun stuff in America land. Up here in Canada, there's a whole bunch of rules. Now, you can actually make your own firearms in Canada, but then you have to register them within a certain amount of time, and there's a whole process to it, and I just don't want to deal with the headache of that. So. I need another. Because while I do have the equipment and all that to do that, and I am a enthusiast of accelerating lead quickly, I'm not going to get involved with that. No, you can have knives. Like, people, you can't have firearms. You can't. I used to shoot USPSA and IPSC. So, and 3-gun. So, yeah, you can have the fun toys up here. There's just a lot of restrictions with them. And right now my AR is a safe queen because of the current liberal government. But I'm not getting involved in politics tonight. Josh Murray, hello! There we go. Okay. Now I need to put number 6 on here, and number 6 is the extruder. Something boating accent. Exactly, like Mike from Kenmore, he took everything and now it's all gone because Mike from Kenmore, I met him in a parking lot and now he went boating and he had an accident. So now it's all gone, eh? How she goes, eh? How she goes. And avoid the politics, guys. Just because it's 11:30. I don't want to deal with that. Plus, there's too many people from too many different countries here. So somebody will be like, oh no, you can't do that, and they're like, oh, my rights, and yada yada yada. So I want make plastic boat. Wait. Oh my god, I'm retarded. I wired this up around my X gantry. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, there we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay. Whew. Had a little bit of a panic moment there. Okay, so red wire. Oh, there's that red. There's that red wire. Okay, red wire. That goes like that. Like that. There we go. Okay, there we go. And where'd that go? More benchies. All the benchies. Okay. A plastic boat. Okay, so now I gotta run all the wires through the chain. All I know is drag chains that open up are absolutely amazing. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. You go over here. Go there. Where is my... I'm pretty sure I lost that little screw. So I need to find another one. Going to need you to talk faster. For some reason, the 2XP button doesn't work. It's wiring, guys. I'm trying. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, that's that. Now I'm gonna undo this one. Pivot it out. Put them all up. Into bows at all? No. Like, unfortunately, I live in Southern Ontario. Like, there's really nothing out here to do. No crown land, there's nothing. I don't know why I have to approve a llama. I don't know. Are these drag chains? No, these are IGUS. These are IGUS drag chains. And they were made. We got 0. 2020. January of 2020 is when these were made. Because they actually have date wheels on them. Wow, they actually have date wheels for every part. Wow. I guess ain't messing around. They're German, you could tell. Yeah, let's see, when were these chains made? I guess 23? Or the 12? No. Wow, those are tiny date wheels. Tiny date wheels. Where did that little Allen key go? Did I lose it already? Oh, little Allen key. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you don't need to sleeve PTFE wires. Okay. So that is that. And then this kind of goes over there. Through that hole. Down into the compartment. Get out of the way, motor. So let's see how much extra wire we got. So it's going to come in, and yeah, I think that's a sufficient amount of extra wire just in case. Keep these. Always keep these wires. These wires are great for like anytime you got to do like short jumpers and whatnot. Always hang on to those. Can you look at your wire there? What's its max temp? I don't think it says on the wire. Oh, it does. Okay. Maybe. So these are 22 all-wheel gauge, American wire gauge, all-wheel gauge. 200C. It says 200C on them, 300 volts. Yeah, it's 200C. That is that. So let me get some zip ties up in here. And actually some reading. Make it look not like poop. PO box setup. No, I haven't. I was going to, but I can't actually. I was gonna go, but the post office won't let you go in. So So, yay, Rona. Our lockdown ends soonish, I believe. So I'm gonna take another look. The only thing I gotta look into is because I live in Canada, if you're shipping stuff here, it's probably gonna be expensive, unfortunately. And then, I don't know if you need a phone number, because every time I've had people ship me stuff, I need a phone number, and I don't want to put my phone number on something like a PO box, for something semi-public like this. So. But we shall see. I'll take a look again, and once everything kind of calms down a bit. Yeah, this is an LDO frame. So LDO frame with the red extrusion. And fans send ding dings to you. I don't need ding dings, so I should be okay without them, I think. I have the ability to produce my own if required. So I think I'm okay. Have a G-code box. I see what you did there. Okay, so that goes there. How much clearance do I have? It's gonna hit there. An LDO frame, a rebadge from Misumi. No, LDO makes their own frames. Misumi's made in Japan, so LDO is not taking Misumi frames and rebadging them. So if you've ever ordered anything from Misumi, some stuff literally comes from Japan. Do a little bit of quick cable management, and then we'll call the stream. FEP wires. I think FEP is an okay substitute for PFE. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are okay. Nope. LDO source from another company. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, but they're not Misumi. Because LDO is a motor company. The LDO makes motors, like stepper motors. So. So that goes there. For AliExpress aluminum profiles, I've never bought aluminum profiles off Ali, so I have no experience with that. Misumi and LDO is really the only two places I will say get aluminum extrusions from. So, fortunately, I cannot comment on anyone else because I've got zero experience, and I don't know anyone as well that has experience. I try to avoid commenting on stuff that I don't have either firsthand or experience from somebody that I trust. So. Yeah, don't get 15/15 off AliExpress. You got to double check the profile, but back when we were designing the V0, pretty much every profile for 15/15 we could find on AliExpress was not the correct profile for what we needed. So. It's gonna be a long stream tonight. What are we at? Hour 11:37. Jeez. See, I have no problem with wiring, but I know it's kind of boring. But it is what it is, unfortunately. I mean, we're building printers from scratch there. Yeah, there we go. Headphones are dying. That's my cue. That goes there. I have to have that motor come down here. You can wrap around there. Go. Okay. And there's one more printed part, I think. Did I print it? Did I lose it? I think I lost it. No, I didn't. Because why print 1.8 parts when you can print 1.8 parts that are modified for future revision parts? I don't know how this goes. That goes like that, I think. Yeah. Oh, I got it. Oh, I'm missing a heat set. How am I missing a heat set? Oh no. I need to put another heat set in. Dang it. Oh well. I'll do that later. Actually, I kind of like that look as is with the hole. Plus the carbon fiber part broke. Oh well. Whatever. Hey look! It's wired up. It's cool. It's done. Gonna call the stream there, guys. Ran longer than we did, because we did. But for those that hung out the whole time, you guys are awesome. For anyone who donated to the stream, as always, or became a member, which if you're not a member, consider becoming a member of the channel. Help support the things I do, the content I create, and the other things, because printers aren't free. Let's see there. So yes, anyone who joined, became a member, you guys are all awesome. Anyone who just watched the stream, you guys are also awesome for just being here. You know who else is awesome? Our sponsor, Thangs. People down there. If you haven't clicked the link in the description, go to Thangs. Create an account, download some things, share some things. All on Thangs. They don't have a saying. I just like saying that because it kind of is, I don't know, I have fun saying that. They do have a cool AR feature though. So if you have a recent phone, a newer phone, iPhone, Android, You can go on their website on their phone or on your phone and load the model and view it like in AR. So if you want to like print something, like if you want to print a giant internet or giant bust of the internet meme man, you can. And if you want to print it and be like, you know what, I want to see how big I need to print them so I can make them life size because I really like internet meme man. Well, you can do that with the AR app because you can scale it. So I'll take some pictures of this and put it up on the Twitters. So make sure you're following me at 3DP Nero on Twitter. I will do a stream hopefully next week where we'll wire up the SKR in the back and all the electronics as well. For those of you in the Commonwealth, enjoy your Victoria Day weekend. Happy May 2-4. For everyone else, I don't know, if you're not in the Commonwealth, do you really matter? Yankee Doodle Dandies. Okay, everyone, have a good night. Take care. Safe out there. Wash your hands. Have a nice day. And screw up the outro again because I don't have the right thing on my little Stream Deck. So music off, and there you go. Goodbye.
And by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.